This is the Ding Dong Gong Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the Ding Dong Gong Show to begin? One more time, are you ready for the show to begin? Then give an enormous welcome to your host for this evening, Mark Cram!
Hello, Vauxhall, how we doing? Good energy levels, let's try that again. And Vauxhall, how we doing? If I can hear, my name is Mark, I am your host tonight. Hello? Give me a cheer if you've been to the Ding Dong Gong Show before. 2 people, sweet. It's the repeat customer that keeps this club alive. Good. Give me a cheer if you've never been before. That's what we like to see. So you, sir, you're an expert. You know what's going to happen, but the rest of the room don't. How would you describe this show in one word, mate?
Fantastic.
Fantastic, he says. He's lying in a weird way. What's your name there, mate? Matty, tell me about you. Matty, what do you do, mate?
I'm in the Navy.
You're in the Navy? Cool. What's your favourite boat? What would you have asked? You got nothing. Favourite boat? The Titanic. Interesting choice for a naval man. Good. So, Matty, you're in the Navy. Is this your girlfriend with you? Yeah, you said that questioning. Good. Girlfriend, what's your name? Kimberly, and how long have you been dating Matty? A couple of months? Oh, she's just found out she's dating him. That was, you could tell in her face, she's like, dating, apparently. All right, cool, we're going to roll with it. So, Kimberly, how did you meet Matty? On an app. Which app was it? Field. Me and the only other girl in the room who knows what that is. Basically, Field is the app for people who are dirty as shit. This means one of these two likes to have their nipples clamped, and I'm betting it's Matty. There he fucking is. He dresses up in his naval uniform. He's like, just touch me the way I want to be touched. Good. Well, anyway, who made the first move on Field? Probably you. Yeah, it was definitely you, Matt, because you're punching well out of your fucking league. Come on, guys. We can both see them. I don't know why you're acting shocked. Good. Anyway, welcome to the gig, Matt. You're right. If you've never been to comedy before, I've never been to the Ding Dong Comedy Show before, let explain to you how this is going to work. What you're going to have is you're going to have new acts coming up here and there. You're going to attempt to get to 5 minutes without getting gonged off by you, the audience, and then they win at that. And if there's a lot of admin, guys, and I fucking hate doing it, all right? But one act to the end will be declared the winner, and they will win a spot at the comedy club. Now, what we're going to have is people that we are judging them, and you guys are in charge of who beats the gong. Now, if an act makes it to 1 minute, you will hear this noise. Now, that means that the judges can then start going off the act. You're not allowed to gong them off for the first minute, but you can start after the first minute. If they make it, there will be 4 judges who will have a dong. Fucking hell, what am I doing today? I have drank and done so much drugs in the last 2 days, and it is all coming out of my system at once. I've been thrown off by the whole Field thing. I can't stop thinking about Matty with clamps on. It's all going fucking weird. Wondering what that girl's fetish is over there as well. Haven't even touched on that one yet, but we fucking will find out. Don't worry about that. Right. So 4 judges will have dildos. That's a completely normal sentence to say, don't worry about it. Now, if you don't like an act, you can hold your dildo in the air, and that means that your vote has been cast. If 3 of the 4 dildos go in the air, that means the act is gonged off. When 1 dildo goes in the air, you will hear this noise.
1 dong.
When 2 dildos go in the air, you will hear this noise.
2 dong.
When 3 dildos go in the air, you will hear this noise.
3 dongs.
And then this song. There you fucking go. That big round of applause for David Anthony on the Gog Mic tonight as well. You'll be hearing from him as the night goes on. Now, when that music hits, that means they are out of time and they are no longer allowed to perform for you wonderful people. But if, by some miracle, they make it to 5 minutes, they will hear this noise. So we're all clear on what's going to happen there. Good fucking stuff. Right. After they go, they will be given feedback by some industry judges. Would you like to meet the industry judges? Tonight we have 2 professional comedians for you. Please welcome Roman Harris and Philip Kostelecki. See if you guys can be more coherent than I've been so far, and we'll be off to a fucking round of applause. So, first of all, let's introduce Roman Harris.
Hey, how's everyone doing? You good?
Yeah. What are you looking for tonight? You got any advice for the acts before they go?
I'm looking for a ratio of 2 to 1, which means I want 2 really bad shit acts, followed by 1 really good act. And I think that ratio will bring it home tonight. Yes. I know the audience don't agree with me, but trust me, I've seen this before. 2 shit, 1 good, perfect.
Cool. Starting off with some ratio humor there, guys. Really,
You wait till I start talking about algebra. You lot are gonna go fucking crazy.
Tell me one thing about algebra, Roman.
Hey, yo, man's just from South London, innit? So, like, don't fucking put me on the spot like that. X plus 2.
X plus
There
2.
you go.
What does X represent in X plus 2?
You gotta find it.
There you go, guys. Fucking maths straight out again. Right. Your second judge, Philip Kostelecki.
Right,
What you got to say to the acts tonight? What are you feeling?
what do I have to say to them?
Yeah, any advice, anything like that?
We'll see how good they are or bad they are. Off that. I also like how you first introduced me as Fistif. You said Fist instead of Philip.
It's the field thing, man. I can't get over it.
Yeah. I saw that come through, or come in, whatever. What am I? Well, I'm looking for like, creativity, like unique stuff. Yeah, some shit would be good because it's fun when you see like bad acts. It's enjoyable, but then some good acts and as much math humor as possible. We have had some just now, but I'm looking for some more.
Are we looking forward to the fucking math humor, guys?
Yay!
This is not usually the crowd we have for a dildo-based Gong show, but yeah, maths. Let's fucking do it, right? So that's your judges. Big round of applause for the judges. Now, what we need is that woman's had enough already. What we need is 4 members of the audience who are going to volunteer to be judges for the first half and have the dildo. Does anyone want to have a dildo? Woman in the front row, hands gone straight up. What's your name there? What's your name? Lufia. And tell me about you, Lufia. What do you do? You do, sorry? You do a lot of stuff. Fintech. So you've got money. Well, how do we feel about her being a judge? There you go. You get the dildo with the balls. Congratulations. Right. Anyone else feeling it? Oh, hang on. It's the girl from Field. Wait, does the girl from Field actually want to be a judge? Then we won't ask her to. Right. Who else wants to be a judge? Got a lady there. What's your name? Clarissa. Tell me about you, Clarissa. What do you do? You do advertising? And who are you here with tonight, Clarissa?
My friend.
Your friend. Wait, is he in the bucket? You can't be a judge because you come with a friend. I'm sorry, it's controversial. She's trying to cheat the system and we don't like it. Boo, Clarissa. Boo. Boo. Who else wants to be a judge? This boy? No.
This boy.
This boy. Does anyone actually, hands up if you want to be a judge?
Show us the boy.
Fucking yes, you're a veteran of the show. You're a man in the Navy. You get the big black one as well, mate. Good for you. Hang on, let me just turn the light on. Right. Now, who sees themselves as more of a small dick person than would like a small one? Anyone got that? Woman there straight away. What's your name? Christina? Yep, small dick energy. Good, take that. There you go. There's a little light switch on that. If you could turn that on for me as well. Right, we got one more dong to give out. Who wants the last dong? Woman there, what's your name? Keely. Keely, tell me about you, Keely. Fundraising for a charity? Oh, you might. Hang on, she might be too good a person. Are you comfortable crushing other people's dreams? There we fucking go. That's what we want to hear. Straight up fucking way. Keely, what charities do you work for again? All different ones. I feel like you're lying to me, Keely. And you'd have thought if I pretend to be nice, I'll get the gong and then I can be a bitch and I'm going to enjoy it. Who are you here with tonight, Keely? Your husband?
Rich.
Is he? That would explain the disparity in looks between you. I know I'm doing a good job when I do sound effects, so always good. Well, welcome to Get Clean. And before we get on with the rest of the show, we have to talk to the girl from Field because, quite frankly, her friend keeps pointing at her. What's your name, madam? Zoe, tell me about you, Zoe. What's your kink? Oh, she's going to answer. Fuck it out. Didn't see that coming. Really shit comedians.
I'm not really professional. I just started the other day.
I don't know if you heard Roman's maths joke earlier on, but I've got you, buddy. I'm wingmanning you to shit here.
I knew what she liked. That's why I started with that ratio stuff.
Yeah. Now, are you gay, straight, bi? What's your vibe? I'm bi as well. Bisexuals in the house? Any other LGBT people in the house? I don't know what the fuck that even was. I like when the LGBT crowd are in. I did a gig in a place called Tiverton down in Devon. I asked that question. There was a stony silence in the audience. So I said to them, what, do you not have any gay people in Tiverton? And a woman from the back of the room just shouted out, not anymore, love. Genuinely the most terrifying heckle I've ever had. You know what's fucked up? They asked me to come back and do that gig again. You know when that gig was supposed to be? Fucking bonfire night. Just don't need the money that bad. I am headlining your club on Friday. Not anymore, I'm not.
That's a secret, Mark.
Anyway, cool. I have to admit, I'm very new. Are you new to the bisexual thing, or has it been something you've been doing a long time? It's been a wee while. That's the best description of someone's sexuality I've ever heard. Is that also your kink as well? No, so I'm very new to the bisexual thing. Used to identify as straight until fairly recently, and then what happened was a few months ago I got the COVID vaccine. Since then, just can't stop sucking dick, guys. Anybody else have that problem? You dare say, like, you've sucked a few dicks since COVID? No, it's not that motion. It's that one you want. That's the one that works for you in that situation. Right, you ready for the night, ladies and gentlemen? Now, there are two types of acts tonight. You have the ones who are on the list. They are pre-signed up, and they know they're coming on, and they know they're coming on. There are also people that are going to get pulled out of the bucket at random. Do you want to start with a random bucket pull? Yeah. There we fucking go. Right, so the first name out of the bucket is going to be drawn by Paddy. Pull that for the first name, and please welcome to the stage with a huge round of applause. Please welcome the wonderful Finley Go!
Big pimpin', baby.
I cycled here this evening. I've started cycling because they told me it would save me money, which is just absolutely nonsense. Because what they don't tell you about cycling is, right, you've got to buy a bike, a lock, a helmet, a high-vis, some lights, and because I live in South London, a new bike, a new lock, a new bike, a new lock, a new bike, a new lock, a new bike, and a new lock. But yeah, it's pretty dangerous cycling to work. That's why it's kind of exclusively done by the type of middle-class people that can't afford the tube every day, but would rather be underneath a bus than on one. But I'm starting to think whitening toothpaste doesn't work. Does anyone else agree with that? Yeah, I don't think it works, man. I think we're so desperate that they could sell us anything if it says whitening on the front of it. And I think the big toothpaste realised this when they sold us charcoal whitening toothpaste. Charcoal. The blackest substance known to man. Known for such other hits as climate catastrophe and smog. I use that shit every day for 10 years. How are we going to explain that to the next generation? They're going to go to school and learn about this horrible, dirty, destructive substance that ruined the world and changed the climate. And they're going to come home and they're going to be like, Dad, did you know about charcoal? I'm like, yeah, I used to brush my teeth with it. Why? Because I thought it'd make them whiter. Yeah, some fans of whitening toothpaste in the house. Whoop whoop. My brother's polyamorous and bisexual. He wants it all, and he wants it now. You might recognise him from Field. Genuinely. What's his name? I can give that away. Louis Grove. He's got, I'm not lying, he's got a fucking huge cock as well. Like, that shit is... It's ginormous. Yeah. Doesn't run in the family though, but nah, he's lovely. He's got 10 partners in his polycule. Yeah, it's a lot. They're all lovely. I met them all. He invited me around to his house. We all had a load of drinks. I got too drunk, had to go to bed. I slept in his spare room on this awful deflating air mattress. I didn't get a wink of sleep. Not because of the air mattress though, but because of my brother and the 10 other people having rampant group sex in the next room. 11 people. That's 110 fingers and thumbs. How uncomfortable is that to think about? Well, I tell you what, it's not as uncomfortable as listening to those 110 fingers and thumbs get put to good use. You've got dongs, by the way. I'm just going to say that now.
One dong.
They're there to be used. I'm not enjoying this any more than you are. I hate two of you, wherever you are. But right, 11 people, that's an entire football team. You know, obviously I was in the next room, I couldn't see what position they were in, but I swear I heard somebody say should we change to a 4-4-2. But there was exactly 11 of them, so I don't know why they were calling some of them subs. That's one for the fields. Nice. But I tell you what, listening to your brother have sex with 10 other people, it's a challenging wank. Or at least it was until I thought about those 110 toes. Woo-wee! See, it's a fucking good joke. What are you doing? Christ. I'm trying to save money. No, I've got a side hustle. Naturally being middle class, my side hustle is visiting my grandparents. But it's been going pretty well. They live in Hull. Do you guys want to hear an interesting fact about Hull? Me too. Yeah, cool, yeah. But it's going all right. The side hustle's going quite well. But I've been thinking recently, like, if I take it all away, like, if I take it to its natural conclusion, like, I reckon I could get a house deposit out of them. So I've started visiting my grandparents whilst testing positive with COVID.
That was such a fucking roller coaster, man. It's like the calling them out and not donging you was either genius or idiotic. I can't tell. You got one dong, but the audience went fucking mad for it. When you went, I'm not enjoying this any more than you. That was fucking great. You persevered. You won them back over through your own sort of self-deprecation. You did great, man. Like I think going first on these shows is really fucking hard as well. So you deserve double credit for that. Well done on beating it. You're like, I've given you a few times. You're just annoyingly likable and like good looking and here, you know. Fuck you, man. Roman, what you doing?
Oh man, what am I doing? Let's find out. Honestly, really enjoyed that, bro. And like we said, going first is so hard. Yeah, so give it up for him one more time. Seriously, bro. If I may say, first off, sorry about your bike. Yeah, I've stolen that a couple of times. I'm pretty sure. Playing into a bit of a... That was a bit aggressive, but we will roll with it.
Yeah, I didn't realise it'd be that loud, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. That's what she said. I feel like we lost them a little bit with the black toothpaste. I don't know if the crowd was just a bit woke and was looking at me up here thinking, does he feel uncomfortable with this line of comedy? I was loving it personally. I was like, you know, if I brush myself with you, I'll probably become whiter. You are so white. You hit them up with the cock humour. As soon as you started talking about your brother's cock, everyone was on board, especially the two at the front.
And that was Louis Grove?
Dude.
Just to remind everyone.
Did you say that they were having group sex in the nature room? Oh, the next room. Because I was like, how rich are you? A fucking nature room. And the last thing I'll say is with the foot joke. Yeah, I don't know whether it was a good joke or me and Philip are just really massive kinky foot fetish guys. Like it's one or the other. But no, fucking hell, it was a good joke. You smashed it, man. And no one does want to hear anything about Hull. You can remember that for future. That's it. That's all I got, man. Great stuff, bro.
Thank you.
What are you saying, Philip?
What am I saying? What am I telling you guys? Yeah, that was really good. The first joke is really funny. All of it was really good. The charcoal thing, I think you could just rework it to make it work.
Yeah, that's new. That's very new.
Yeah. I promise. I didn't know that, but good on you. I don't know. It's just yeah. So we worked that. The I think you asked a few too many questions to the audience, so that can derail the set a little bit. But that toe thing is really funny. Like, it's a really nice twist on it. It's a genuinely really. I know that he actually has a foot fetish, so that's. And
If I had to bet on one of the two of you having a foot fetish, my money's not on Roman.
really, yeah.
Oh, really?
You think
Shit. Okay.
All right.
Moving on. Yeah. So I think it's just a really nice thing. I think it would be nice just to learn a bit more about you as a person. You know, you're hiding behind the jokes. What's behind? What's the deeper?
There's not a lot, mate.
There's not a lot on. No, genuinely, really funny. I just say rework the new joke. Don't ask so many questions, and then yeah, the orgy thing is funny. It's good.
Did you enjoy that orgy a bit too much, Phil?
No. But I'm glad there's a table. That's all I'm saying. That was crass and stupid. Yeah, very good, John. I'm gonna stop. Enjoy.
Anyway, Finley, go! Just I forgot to do it at the start. If you're holding a dildo, can you hold it as high as you can in the air for me, just so the sound desk can see you? Have you got them all? Dave?
Yep, got it.
Oh, good. And if you do want to gong someone off, please as high as you can and leave it there until they do see it and say one dong. Right, your first act from the list. They should know they're coming on. Please welcome Gavin Webb!
How's it going, everyone? You good? Right, I'm going to start with some good news. I'm soon going to be the owner of a 2-bedroom house in London. My mum and dad are nearly 80 now. Yeah, actually, that reminds me, I've actually got the app on my phone that controls their central heating. Just turn it down a bit. My old boss, right, he said to me, if I ever find out who my wife had an affair with, I'm going to invite them over to dinner and I'm going to poison them. He said, what would you do? I said, I'd decline your dinner invitation. For Lent this year, I've given up sugar, and it is the hardest thing that I've ever had to do, because she is my favourite lap dancer. I remember the day I found out my grandma had a nipple piercing. Yeah. I was shocked that she managed to upload a video to the internet. I've got 5 brothers and 1 sister. My daddy had to work 4 jobs just so he could make sure he didn't have to spend any time with us. My daddy's like old school, you know, working class, doesn't show his emotions. I've only ever seen him cry once, and even then he said, I've just got something in my eye. It was a javelin. Last year was a tough year for me. I actually had a camera inserted up my arse. Yeah. Only when you snappy snaps for a passport photo. Last year I had a camera inserted into my penis that went into my bladder. Yeah. Only went to the hospital to have a camera removed from my arse. Thank you. Some good things happened last year. I got married. Oh, thank you very much, yeah. For the first dance at our wedding, my wife chose Craig David. I thought she was meant to dance with me. Craig David, he was actually at our wedding. That's the reason we had it on a Sunday.
One dong.
If you didn't get that joke, by the way, don't worry. But go home tonight, listen to 7 Days by Craig David, and then laugh. My cousin was at the wedding, showing off his new tattoos. He's had a dick tattooed across his knuckles here, and cock there. Seriously, do you know what I mean? He's a grown man. You'd think he'd be able to remember his own kids' names. Yeah, those poor girls.
2 dongs.
I actually went to the same school as David Beckham, and me and Dave, we got a lot in common. I mean, he went on to become one of the most famous people in the world, marry a Spice Girl. And I went on to become a cab driver in London. So, yeah, we've both spent a lot of time going in and out of Victoria. I got a similar joke about Seven Sisters, but I don't like to show off. Do you know what I mean? Actually, I've got a lot in common with Victoria Beckham as well, because I can't sing either. I've got OCD. I cannot leave a room without making sure that everything is switched off. Sorry, Grandma.
3 dongs.
Thank you very much.
Gavin Ware! Now, wait here. David, what time was that at?
It's about 4 minutes 40.
Feeling good
So
about
fucking
yourself
close,
there,
man.
Matty, are you? Crushing someone's dream with 20 seconds left? You prick. Gavin, how long have you been doing comedy, mate?
Just over a year.
Just over a year. I appreciate anyone who can write one-liner jokes because I can't. It's like a really hard thing to do. For me, in it, there were too many that would sort of pull back and reveal like sort of punchlines. So maybe just a bit more variety in what you're doing. Like the Victoria joke was really good. I really liked the Victoria joke. But the rest of the but that was the only one that sort of deviated from the form a little bit. But yeah, keep Joe Ryan, keep going well. I enjoyed it. You got really unlucky to get gonged out at the end there. I think the dead nan stuff is a risk. And Matty obviously loves his nan. Do you love your nan, Matty? Do you love your nan, Matt? Yeah, absolutely. You're like the most weirdly earnest man I've ever encountered. Anyway, Roman, what do you think? Are you going to do Phil first? Phil
Yeah! So, yeah, that's right, Roman. I agree with Mark, a bit too much pullback and reveal. I love the brutal takedown of Victoria Beckham. I thought, fuck her, you know. It's killer, yeah. I loved, it was too much like pullback and reveal type of stuff. The family thing was funny though. The family joke was good about like your father never having time to see your family. You know what I'm talking about? And why is only the comedians laughing at what I'm saying? This is not a good sign. Why'd you spit all over your notes? Jesus Christ, dude. That was fun, and then the camera one, having the both of those are good. I think what's also nice is that after every joke, you move the microphone away so we can see you creepily smile at the audience. I thought that was nice. But I agree that the jokes were a bit too similar, so just mix it up. I think, everything that Mark said. I sound like someone on a Zoom call. I'm just echoing what Mark said. I just like to repeat what Mark said. Roman, kill it.
Gavin.
Yeah.
Good to meet you, first things first. I thought, why is it being pleasant gets a laugh? What? Because you lot are heartless. I thought you were really cool and calm when you came to the stage. Even when you got gongs, like you still stayed the same way. And I think that's perfect for comedy and also for being a serial killer. You spoke early on about inheriting a 2-bed. Why is it all the white people coming to the stage have an inheritance? I don't have an inheritance. Could we stop joking about inheritance?
It was only a
sorry,
joke.
I'm sorry. It's just... Sorry, I just felt triggered a bit because I'm broke. I love the fact that you did a joke and someone at the back had an orgasm, and it sounded really creepy. Whoever that was, don't do that again, please.
That's what you think orgasms sound like?
Well, you haven't seen the girls I've been going out with.
You haven't seen the feet of the women he's been with.
All my women come from Middle Earth.
All right, come on.
You done?
I think I'm done. That was it. Lovely stuff.
All right, Gavin Webb! All right. Your next act for the list is Sharifa Butterfly. Big round of applause!
Thanks, guys. So, just outside the club, this guy said to me, "Excuse me, you're the exact kind of woman I'd like to date." And I was like, "What kind of woman is that?" And he was like, "A strong black woman." And it kind of scared me, I'm not gonna lie, not the black part, but why do I need to be strong? Like, what the hell are you planning on putting me through that requires strength? Yeah, I'm not a strong black woman. Black, yes. Strong, no. I cried 3 times today. If you put me through shit, I will crack. Not in the face, because black don't crack. But yeah, soft life. Oh, guys, I got diagnosed with autism. I was kind of shocked, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to sound ignorant, but I didn't think black people could catch this. I thought it was a white people issue. I did, like sunburn, I don't know. But no, here I am. Oh my God, thank you. I love you too. I got the ghetto form of autism as well. Do you guys know what stimming is? Yeah, okay, a few. So stimming, really, really bad description, but it's a repetitive movement that autistic people sometimes do to like calm themselves down. So some autistic people might tap their foot or some might rock. I legit, when I get stressed, my booty cheeks clap, like my ass claps. Oh God. I was seeing someone and I made it fucking weird. Can I tell you about it? Yeah. Okay, thank you. So where to start? I'm a virgin. I don't understand why every time I say I'm a virgin, people laugh, and I don't know why, because it's clearly a choice. Like, I didn't come on like the gremlin under the bridge. I was like, I'm a virgin. Like, it's clearly a choice. Anyway, I like to let guys know that I'm a virgin. Like, if I'm dating someone and sex comes up, I like to let them know through song. Because why not? Do you want to hear a bit? Okay. Do you want to enter this vagina? First you gotta put a ring on my finger. Minna free it up easy. Exclusive punani. Oh, thanks. Thanks, guys. I always have like a Caucasian version just in case, but not needed. All right, so, okay, to the story. I might talk really quick because I actually want to get to the end. So tell me, just be like, slow down, bitch, if I'm like going too quick, all right? Yeah? Okay, so went on a date with this guy. It was really nice. He's dropping me home in his car. He has a car. And do you know that song, Wet Ass Pussy by Wet Ass Pussy by Cardi B? Do you know? So that song was playing in the car, yeah, and his shoulders were going. So I was like, what, you like this song? Yeah, you like the freaky girls? And he was like, if she ain't a freak, I don't want her. And I was like, what, so you wouldn't date a virgin? And he was like, babes, I'm 32, I don't have time to be dating virgins. And I thought, well, probably a good time to sing my song. But I got stage fright, words didn't come out. Anyway, moving on. 5 minutes later, we're out the car and he's walking me to my house. And he was like, why did you ask me if I like the freaky girls, Sharifa? Are you a freaky girl, yeah? And I got stressed and my arse cheeks started clapping. And he went, oh, that's a creative way of answering the question. Maybe you can show me this side of you next time. And I was like, okay. Rah. So, got in the house, yeah, called my friend up, panicking, told her what happened. I was like, what the fuck should I do? Like, I don't want to free up the punani because, like, if I have sex with him, then I can't sing my song. And, yeah. She was like, but then I got an idea, and I was like, oh my God, I know what I can do. Oh God, sorry, I feel embarrassed, but we're all adults, fuck it. I thought, I can lick his willy. Because then, like, I can show him I'm the freak of the week, but, like, without having to, like, change the lyrics of my song. Because I don't rap cap. Anyway, so I called up my friend again on FaceTime. I was like, show me how to do it, because she's, like, been doing it since we was, like, in school. She's, like, champion willy sucker. So I was like, show me how, because he can't know I'm a beginner, yeah? Okay, I'm going to really speak really quick. Just tell me again. Just be like, calm down. All right, so I was like, show me how, yeah? And she was like, why don't you ask your mum? And... wow, I'm surprised you're laughing. You don't even know the backstory. Okay, quickly, yeah, just explain that. My mum, she abandoned me when I was a child. Moving on. She's... oh, no, it's okay. We got to be quick. So, my mum, yeah, I found out on the internet...
So your mum abandoned you as a child. I'm almost sick of telling you how good you are at this. Every time you come down here, you absolutely smash it. You somehow make a Wasps RFC tracksuit look iconic.
I saw it last week in a charity shop and I was like, go on then.
I mean, it's a look. What I don't know. It's fucking. But you were incredible. Like what I love about watching you perform, it's like watching a friend tell you a story, like in a really relatable. Like the lady in the front row literally shouted out after the first joke, "You're my best friend. I love you."
For that was like so lovely.
So lovely. It's like the nicest heckle I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Shockingly, no one has ever said that to me on stage. But you were fucking. You're so likable. You've still such a good, interesting angle. You're not doing comedy like anyone else right now. It's like you're not telling jokes. You're just telling stories and finding the funny in it, and it's really great. And I love it every time. You're gonna be. How long have you been going again?
7 months.
7 months. She's been doing nothing. Yeah, she's gonna be on TV and stuff while we're still here doing this fucking Gong show. Roman, what you found?
Nah, speak for yourself, Mark. I'll be long gone. Sharifa, what I would say is I really do feel where you're coming from with a lot of your material because my booty cheeks clap too when I get nervous. Nah, just kidding. But no, look, you know, I have seen you a few times here. If you're new to Ding Dong, you know, Sharifa's been coming here for a while and she genuinely has been killing it. I think what you do really wisely and smartly is you draw the crowd in and then you start telling them a story. And like after a minute and a half, they're on board. They want to hear where you're going. So they stick with you for the duration, which is a really smart way to get through Gong shows. I don't know if you've worked that out as a strategy.
It's the autism.
It's a great way. But yeah, what I would say, there's two ladies in the front. You can't see them, okay? But these two girls over here were loving your stuff, right? It's like you were speaking to them in some sort of like spiritual language. You know, especially the willy licking stuff. I mean, oh my gosh, they lost it at that point. Ladies, you have a story to tell, and I'm here for it, okay? No, but really great stuff, man. I'll pass you over to Phil. Good one.
Thank you.
You're brilliant. You're super charismatic, super likable, great stage presence, all this stuff. I loved the combination of sentences that occurred because after she said "I love you," you said, "Oh, thank you. I've got the ghetto form of autism," which was I just loved how those two sentences came together at the same time. It was quite interesting. You were great, really, really engaging. I'm just repeating again what they said. Two tiny little things. I think the start was a bit fragmented, so it just kind of like went from one bit to the other, but that's like a very minor critique. And then there was also one part where it kind of dipped a little bit in the jokes, but in that there weren't the laughs coming in as often. So if you can get more in that little period, then that's brilliant. But also, I mean, it's stupid for me to say that because the rest of it was like flawless and great. So it's just very minor stuff.
Cool. Thanks.
Sharifa Butterfly! All right, we need to start motoring through. So your next up from the list, please welcome Chris Craig!
All right, how's it going? I'm here to show you what it would look like if Prince William and Prince Harry had another brother. One thing I hate is when I'm walking down the street and out of a van, someone shouts, "Ginger!" I hated it until I started going bald. And now my biggest fear is that a van will drive by and they won't shout anything. Because I'll be so bald, they'll take me for one of their own. Because with hair, I'm ginger. And without hair, it looks like I fucking love Brexit. It's my Brexit face, by the way. Now, why do you think someone would shout ginger at me? Why do you think? Because I'm ginger, right? And that follows the same logic of one of Britain's great slogans, which is, of course, see it, say it, sorted. They see it. That bloke's ginger. They say it. Ginger! And that's sorted. Now, my wife said she was first attracted to me for 2 reasons. Firstly, because I looked like I'd be a good dad, and secondly, because she never trusted really attractive men. And apparently I look very trustworthy. I'm what's known as unconventionally attractive. I'm also unconventionally rich and successful. We just got our first family pet, which is a gerbil. My daughter loves the gerbil because it's very cute, and my wife and I love the gerbil because now there's something in the house that feels more trapped by its existence than us. I've been with my wife for 10 years, and actually with each year, with each year our relationship only grows closer. And for that I'd like to thank Stockholm Syndrome. If anyone doesn't know, Stockholm Syndrome is this strange relationship when 2 people are stuck putting together IKEA furniture. Now, my wife and I met when we were both at art school. And some of you are probably thinking that an art degree is just a degree in pretentiousness. Or as you say in art school, un diplôme en prétention. It's fucking stupid, I know. Now, as my day job, I'm an animator. Now, when I tell people that, they say, that sounds like a cool job. And then they look at me and they realise it can't be that cool. So an animator has the same skill set as an artist and the social skills of an IT guy. So if I'm talking to you, what I'm really thinking is, unexpected emotion in bagging area. But luckily, animation schools teach how to draw different facial expressions and what eyebrow shapes make different emotions. Unfortunately, I can't demonstrate this, having no visible eyebrows. How am I feeling right now? You have no fucking idea. Now, there's this exhibition on at the moment called Red Hot, which is photographs of hot redheads. Now, I like this exhibition because it proves that out of a redheaded population of millions, at least 20 of us are attractive. I was not asked to model at this exhibition. Which makes me wonder whether there's something inherently ugly about the colour orange. But then I remember it occurs in nature. The fox, the robin, the Sainsbury's bag. So Sainsbury's is actually a massive ally of the colour orange. But I feel weird shopping there because I'm too on brand. Now, I do understand why people would take the piss out of redheads, because we're a group of white people with bright orange hair. It's punching up and punching down at the same time. And if you do that in Street Fighter 2, you get Hadouken! That is another stupid fucking joke. And someone in the room is thinking, you don't get Hadouken, you get the shadow punch. And that person is right, and also nerdier than me. The other good thing about taking the piss out of gingers is it's open to all stratas of society. I was walking past Waterloo Station, and a homeless guy sitting on the floor shouted ginger at me. And I like to give to the homeless in whatever way I can. And I didn't have a coin, but I got to remind him that he didn't have a lot
Sorry, it's got a delay on it.
Oh, that was weird.
psychotic episode.
And Chris Craig! Another winner, another strong act. Chris, how long have you been doing comedy, Chris?
Just under a year.
Just under a year. You're a really solid joke writer, man.
Oh, cheers, man.
The first, started really strong. Fell off a little bit with the Street Fighter stuff. I feel like this crowd are probably a bit too young for Street Fighter.
Oh fuck yeah, it's like early 90s.
So, give me a cheer if you've played Street Fighter 2. Give me a cheer if you've not. Yeah, the numbers aren't in your favour. The references but you're a really solid joke writer. You made some very bold choices. You're wearing an orange watch and orange socks whilst being ginger. Option that you chose. One thing as well, just a practical performing point. Get your hand off your fucking hip,
Okay,
man.
sorry.
The entire time it was rooted to your hip.
Closer.
No, talk to the mic. Yeah, talk. We're talking to you. So just hand off your hip, use your other hand to express and talk, because you're just saying
I'm probably just nervous as fuck.
And honestly, it's
That's
the thing
what
the
it is.
audience
It's
probably doesn't notice on a conscious level, but they will subconsciously pick up on it, and comedians fucking hate it. What do you got? Really good joke.
I love the hip thing. I thought that was great. I thought that was so you. When I think of you, I think of hip.
That's really fucking funny. Jesus Christ.
What you can do if you're worried about the hip thing is you can swap hands with the mic. Yeah.
Because this is a non-hip hand. Okay.
I don't. No, I mean that you realize you can hold your hip with the other hand as well, right?
Fine.
But you might not be tend to.
Yeah, no, I like it.
What?
This is the weirdest feedback session we've ever done.
Are you sure you shouldn't be on RuPaul's Drag Race right now, Phil?
Hey, he's into feet, I'm into hips. You know, that's how
Put
how
one
it
hip
goes.
forward and.
Oh fuck.
Have you done it again? No. Okay, anyway, I'll give feedback. The Stockholm joke was brilliant. That's like really, really, really funny. Getting another applause break for it. Wow. It was really good. The look-alike joke at the start is really funny like that. I think you kind of overdo it on the ginger stuff. I think your jokes are so strong, like the one's not about you being ginger, that it's more interesting actually for you as as an actor, or character, or as an individual on stage. So I think with the ginger stuff, just try to find the funniest ones of those you can find, and then narrow it down to 3, and then move on from it, because I mean it's interesting the fact that you're ginger, I guess. But I think what you have to offer, like the jokes and stuff, are way funnier. And that ding was perfectly timed at that 1 minute mark. That was brilliant. But no, I thought it was really good. Basically similar as Mark. There was a little dip at one point. Just the jokes are great. Yeah.
A lot of what I had written down, Phil and Mark have already said. So I want to ask you, what made you want to get into comedy?
I love joke writing.
Clearly, because you're really good at it.
Oh, cheers, man. And so, I'm an animator, and I got to do some, animated comedy stuff. So I got to punch out some scripts. I even got to do a little bit of, voice acting and directing and stuff like that. And then I just thought, I'd like to do this.
And now you're doing it, man.
And now, but I can't stop the fucking hip, so I've got to lose that.
But honestly, it was a good point, because now that you're aware of it, I mean, you'll shake your hand now, but then you'll get used to it, and then you'll be able to. You may even get more physical in your act, and that'll just enhance the performance.
No,
as
but
well.
I sit in front of a computer being nerdy all day, so I am the least physical or comfortable human being. So this is part of the journey.
You've met stand-up comedians before. That's pretty much what we are.
That's really funny.
So you're going to be fine.
You're an illustrator. Your joke about being the animator as well and having the social skills of IT. That was really funny as well.
Oh, good.
Can I just say one more thing? And this is not funny in the slightest. But I think what it is about you is the fact that I want to know more about you. I genuinely want to know more about you as an individual. So as you keep writing, tell us more about your marriage and how it's so restrictive. Fucking hell. I mean, what a walking advertisement for staying single. But talk more about things that are really going on in your life, because I find you interesting to listen to, and you'll develop that more as you keep going. But yeah, really great set, man.
Nice one. Cheers.
Chris Craig! All right, last one for the list in this half. Please welcome Juju!
Hello, everybody. Hello, thank you for the reaction. I wasn't expecting that. You might recognize me as one of the people who scanned your tickets and gave you your wristbands. They say, dress for the job you want, not the one you have, which is why I'm dressed like a bisexual steam train conductor. This train terminates at wherever you want it to, baby. Yeah, it's good to be here. Some of you may have already picked up on it, but I'm just going to show you. I have have a lot of birthmarks all over my body. I was born with tons of birthmarks. And my mom used to say, you know, every one of those birthmarks is a kiss from an angel. Angels are some sloppy bitches, because I got a big one on my ass. Yeah. Bing. Like a star twinkling in the sky. But you know, people, they did make fun of me. They did, you know, at school. They called me the 102nd Dalmatian, which is really rough to be compared to the inferior direct-to-DVD sequel to one of your favorite childhood movies. It's really rough. But I grew up in Belgium, right? And they speak Dutch there. And they had this word they used to call me, and this is going to sound pretty nasty, even if you don't speak Dutch. They used to call me spetterpoep. Yeah, which means splattering of shit. And that one really hurt, mainly due to the accuracy of the statement. It was really painful. But eventually, I decided to change schools. I decided to go to like a fancy high school for the arts. And I thought, you know, I'd be more accepted there. But the bullying just got more cultured. Now I was Diarrhea Jackson Pollock. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. To switch gears here for a moment. I don't believe that masturbation is only sexual. I believe that you can jerk off emotionally. Let me explain. So, just let me explain. There's a specific genre of it. So, like, I do it all the time. I like look for videos that make me cry. And there's this specific type of video, the specific genre of video, and it's where these people surprise their step-parents. Some of you have internet browsing histories. You know what that means. They surprise their step-parents, and they surprise them with adoption papers. And it's like this moment where you see like years of love and attention and care suddenly culminate in this moment where one person recognizes that even though there's no biological connection, there's such a strong emotional connection that they want to be adopted by these people. And it gets me every time, man. I start to cry, I get emotional, man. It feels really good. The only problem is that now when I go back to regular porn and the porn star is like, punish me, daddy, I'm like, where's the paperwork? I don't believe this shit for a second unless the local council has sanctioned it. Thank you very much. Yeah.
One dong.
Thank you. Thank you. I have a theory. It's not the whole solution. But don't you think that if straight dudes just got like fingered in the butthole sometimes, that the general vibe of the world would be a little bit better off? Do you know what I mean? Like, just, it would be, you know, if one night, you know, it just, some straight dudes were like, what are you doing to me? Oh my God. It would just be harder for them the next day to like wake up and ruin the planet and all those things that they love to do. No. I mean, to be fair, I'm not saying that, you know, you all have to like get into like kinky butt stuff and stuff. You know, there are special straight dudes that are into that, and those are special people. But I'm just saying that like,
two dongs.
If you just want to imagine it like the male prostate is like, do you remember those like old alarm clocks with a reset button where you had to like use a pencil to reset the alarm clock? That's kind of what the male butthole is. Like, you just like, their eyes roll back and they're like, oh, what time zone am I in?
Juju! That was the longest I've heard anyone talk about fingering someone in the arsehole at any gig ever. And if that has taught us anything, it's that apparently that's still not going to get you gonged. Juju, congratulations. Well, you have a very interesting brain. Like you're like if you can really harness it down into like really succinct writing, like when you did like set up punchline jokes, they were actually really good. But like I think go off on a few too many tangents. But yeah, really interesting performance. A lot of interesting stuff you can do with that. Roman, what are you saying?
I'll be honest, when they announced you to the stage by the name Juju, I was just happy Kanye wasn't in the audience. I thought this could go very wrong. Are you actually Jewish, though, by any chance?
Technically, yes, but not in any real sense.
Oh, that's like me. Like, technically I'm black, but not really in any real sense. No. I don't know what the hell that means, Juju, but we'll talk at the break.
Right.
You know what? When you did a bit and you went on to say, yeah, let me explain. And I'm so glad you said that, because we needed an explanation for your premises. What I would say, though, there was a point when, again, the ladies in the front were loving your shit. Yeah? I don't think it was the butt stuff at the end, but there was a point when they were really involved. And what I would say, genuinely, is I do like your brain. Yeah? I think you...
That is so
Let
sweet.
me explain.
I love that.
Let me
so
explain.
cute.
No, what I would say is, like, I think that you have really interesting premises, right? You do. And I think that's why you got through the 5 minutes. Because I think even though people weren't necessarily laughing... Let me explain. Let me explain.
Do continue, yeah.
No.
One dong.
No, listen. Even though they weren't laughing, they were interested enough to stick with you because they wanted to know where you're going. So if you take Mark's advice and you trim that and you get set up punch along the way, you're gonna smash it because you're talking about stuff that people ain't talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Arse, like fingers and arseholes, man. Come on, these are the real shit we need to talk about today. This is the stuff. Phil.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that speech. How old are you, just out of curiosity?
24.
Okay, 24. Yeah. I thought you were younger than that, but that doesn't make any difference. I don't know why. I asked that. How are you feeling after that? How are you feeling? Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
I think I'm good.
So I think you're a very weird dude. But I really mean that because you went to international school or something like that, or is the accent? You sort of explain it roughly.
Well, I speak good English because I was born in Brussels, but my mum is from London.
Oh, okay, I see, cool. Because you got like an odd accent, but that's good that you explain. They both said it that there's a bit too much what you call fat on the jokes, which is just unnecessary stuff which when I say it like that sounds really brutal, that you have to cut out. You just you get rid of that. I think what actually would be more interesting, because of your aesthetic and the fact that you kind of sort of walk around the stage in this sort of weird Scooby-Doo ghost manner, and I really mean this, if you just went on stage and the first thing you said was that finger in the asshole thing, I think that would create such a weird environment in the room that we'd all be hooked on you right away. So I think you can really play off of the way you come across and then your thoughts, because Roman's right, is that you are an interesting guy, you have interesting thoughts. And so I think really play off of maybe how you're perceived as well. I think because there's a lot to offer here, and I think when it's refined, it'll be really interesting.
Cool. Juju!
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Right, because so many acts have been beating the gong, that is our last act of the first half, so we're going to have a 10-15 minute break. Big round of applause for Revenue Star! If you've got a dildo, can you please bring it back to the table? Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage, Mark Cram.
1, 2, 3, 4. Get up, get on up.
Welcome back to the second half of the show. Give me a cheer if you're having a good night so far. Give me a cheer if it's inspired you to do stand-up comedy yourself. One word, there we go, that's it. Anyway, welcome back. You've not to disparage the people with the dongs from the first half, but you were very nice, and it's nice to be nice. I'm not saying dong off people just to be a dick, but let's be active, yeah? There we fucking go. Right, so who in the second half would like to be a dong wielder? That woman's hand went straight up. Do I have to ask, do you want the massive black one? Yeah, she does, right, okay. Right,
Yeah, boy.
I'm not allowed to throw this one, so pass that one back for me, guys. Cheers, thank you. Legal reasons. What's your name, sorry, again? Zoe! Got a man there putting his hand up. What's your name, pal? Lewis, what do you do, Lewis? You're a recruiter? No one likes that, Lewis. All right, tell me one redeeming fact about you that makes me feel like you should have a dog. Tell me something good about you, Lewis. You can speak Spanish? All right, say...
Disgusting!
Is that Spanish, is it, Dave?
Yeah, Spanish, yeah, don't like it.
Absolutely Spanish. So say something sexy in Spanish to the room. What does that mean?
You don't speak Spanish.
You can't speak
You
Spanish.
don't speak Spanish.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I want you to say, Mark, give me this dildo, I want it badly. I mean, to be honest, unless there's anyone in the room who's Spanish who can verify what he said. Was that right?
Give it to the actual Spanish person.
All right, Lewis, you can have it. You seem like a sweet boy. There you go. Right.
Very
Right,
good.
who else wants one? We've got a man in the red jumper there. What's your name, pal? Kieran. We're talking about you, Kieran. What do you do? Project manager. Don't like that, Kieran. Not gonna lie. Are you a single man, Kieran?
Yeah, I'm on a date.
You're on a date? Oh, okay.
Whoa.
I'll tell you what, I'll give him one because he might need it later on now. Right, hand that back to Kieran for me. We got one more to go, and it's a small one. Who wants the little dick?
Do we have any ladies with one so far, Mark?
Have we got men on this round so far?
I don't know.
Only given it to men.
Oh, no, we got one lady already.
Oh, there's a lady.
So
There's
give
a
it-
lady. Okay.
But we'll go half and half. We'll go equal.
Half and half, yeah.
Does any ladies want a dong? We got a lady there. What's your name, madam? Selena, and tell me about you, Selena. What do you do? You're unemployed! Not anymore, Selena. We got a job for you now. You are now a dildo judge. Big round of applause for that. Right, if you've got a dildo for me, hold it up in the air so David can see them. Hold them up, hold them up, hold them up. David, you see them all? Yeah. Good, there we go. Big round of applause for David and the judges. All right, I'll tell you a couple more things about me before we get your next act on. So, who said they were LGBT? What's your name, madam? Sam, when you came out of the closet, who were you most worried about coming out to, Sam? Oh, I've posed an interesting question. Guess your parents, did it go okay? You haven't done it yet. I will remind you, we do record these shows and put them on the internet. No, I never had to worry about coming out to my parents. My parents are like the most liberal, understanding people in the world. To show you my mum and dad alike, did anyone else used to get Valentine's Day cards from their mum when they were growing up? Yeah, got one from my mum every single year until I came out of the closet at 18, and then my dad started sending them to me. Fucking amazing parenting, how do you not love that? Got pretty weird a couple of years later when he started sending in the dick pics, but before then, I've been asked to clarify by my dad that is not true. They were videos and not dick pics. Anyway, good times. I was really worried, basically my brother's a Royal Marine, I was really worried about coming out to him. Luckily I didn't have to come out to him because he caught me having sex with another man. Yeah, someone made a very interesting noise over there. I think it's like, I was sat there on the bed afterwards thinking, oh my God, what have I done? I have ruined one of the best relationships in my life. He shouldn't have found out like this. I should have been the one to tell him. And a text message went off on my phone, and I could see it was from my brother. But I didn't have the courage to answer that text. It was going to change my life. It was going to fundamentally alter one of the most important relationships in my world. Eventually, I found the courage to pick up that phone, and the text message just said, "Would it be rude of me to offer your guest a sausage sandwich?" At which point I thought, yeah, we're probably going to be okay. Right, guys, you ready for the second half of the show? All right. Your first act in this part is called, just check the name. Your first act in this section is called Paris K. On the count of three, you're going to go crazy and welcome to the stage. 1, 2, 3, go crazy. Please welcome Paris K. Keep sharing, keep sharing.
All right. Yeah. Well, I must admit, I can't explain any of these thoughts racing through my brain. It's true.
Sorry, everybody. I'm a bit slower than everybody else because I can't see. But it's no joke. It's the truth. Because I can't see nobody in the audience. Is anybody there? Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Let's do this, yeah? I'm going to make sure that you lot have fun and I have tears. Where's my bag? Where is my bag? Thank you very much. I mean, I told you, I come prepared. Well prepared. Who wants to know what's in the bag? Yeah. Who wants to know what's in the bag? Yeah. I've got some goodies. Some real goodies for people to eat and chew and all those things there. But you know what? You better be careful because, you know, COVID was around and you might chew something. But I wouldn't go so far to do that to people because I'm a nice person. Say, ah. That's what I'm talking about. Do you know what? I'm acting like I've been here before. I've never done this shit. But I'm going to try my best to make you all smile because all my friends in London, do you know what? I come from Brixton. I'm from Brixton. Look at my hair. Isn't that great? Who's got the same hairstyle as me? No one. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'll tell you. Yes, definitely, definitely. You lot are making me want to cry now. So I'm going to pull out one of my gifts. Who wants the first gift? Well, I can't see you. So how are you going to get your gift? You better put your hand up. Somebody assist me on this one, please. Yes, I'll get here. Can you give her a gift? Give her a gift, a nice little tissue. There's tissues in there. I bought them from Sainsbury's. I didn't want to go to Iceland, they're thieves. But I think it's an Iceland bag. I'm cheating. But I'm going to start on and do this thing because I need to tell you some jokes. And really and truly, the first joke I'm going to say to you, when I first became blind, I had a little accident. I had to go and get my blind stick, you know the one that's white and it's folded up from all the rubbish there. I had to go and pick up my stick from the council. What council did I go to? Who can guess? You lot are fucking crazy. I went to what is it called? Croydon. I was in Croydon for some short time because there's so many gangsters around there. I don't want to be around there. I love my life. I really do. I'll tell you, I don't want to lie on no floor. Look how my clothes look nice. Don't my clothes look nice? Woohoo! Who wants to go out with me tomorrow? No, you can't. I'm married already. But anyway, this is what we're going to do, yeah? Who's got the tissue? Unfortunately, you're not here. Sorry, love. You're not the one. Because my wife is from Africa. Do you know African ladies are so really bad? They got juju. Yeah, they do, you know. Seriously, the juju is bad. They can make you turn upside down. Really, I've seen it. How did I see it? But it was me that was upside down. Yeah, it was terrible. It's like wind in the willows. Yeah, definitely. But you know what? It's this time. I'm going to tell you the story. When I first went to get my stick, I was on a bus. I don't even know what number it was, but it was a bus. It was a red bus. And you know, before I was blind, I was actually a bus driver for 10 years. Poor me. Somebody spat on my face, so I had to knock him out. I got this foot first, then this one. Then I thought, no, I better do the hands. But then I thought, no, I will hurt myself that way. So I just banged him in with the bus. Because, you know, it's there for security. So we use it for security. So anyway, my joke is to say that when I got off that bus, I ran as fast as I could because I was running late black man time. Yeah, and you know what happened to me? I ran into the bus stop. BAM! Lady said to me, are you okay? And I said, what do you think? What do you think? She said, I don't know. I said, I'm a blind man going to get my blind stick. but she said, "Where's the stick?" I said, "Thank you."
Paris K! He needs what? Paris? He needs his mic back. There we go.
You want me to hold the mic? I might talk some more.
Yeah. Paris, how long have you been doing comedy, man?
How long have I been doing comedy? You didn't hear me on the stage, did you?
Oh, did he? Sorry, I thought you
This was my first time.
Oh, well, first gig. Fucking huge round of applause.
I'm a newbie, man. I'm a newbie. That's why I'm wearing a tracksuit instead of clothes. Yeah, that's true. I got my nice trainers on though. You know what happened to me?
Your 5 minutes is done.
I know. But I just want to.
You've already won. You don't need to do more jokes.
I don't mind. I just want to say this. Allow me to say this, man.
And for fuck's sake, look at me when I'm talking to you. Come on, man.
Hold on. Who is he?
Christ!
Let's play the finding, man. Where is he?
Somebody's lost their sense of dignity. Jesus Christ.
No, but it's my first time, so I'm excited.
Paris, it was great. You did awesome for a first gig. That was incredible. I want to know more about what's in the bag. I think we all want to know what's in the bag. You did really fucking great. Very confident. Very likable. We all loved him, right?
Hey!
Roman, what
Can
you
I have
say?
that song again, please?
Paris, this was really cool. I honestly, I didn't anticipate you getting through the 5 minutes, right? Because I saw the crowd were a little bit restless. I genuinely didn't see it coming. But
I can't see where you are.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm going to sue you for that.
No, I think you really
Do you know I sued the NHS? I got 100 grand.
I think you have a real playfulness about you, and I think that there's a lot to unpack with you. Like, for example, telling the audience how you actually went blind. Like that's a story in itself. And I know you can't tell it now, right? I know you might want to, but you can't, right? But that's a story in itself. So as you keep going in comedy, unpack all of that stuff. You know what I mean?
With time.
With time.
Hold on.
And
Slow it down.
You made the stereotypical black man time joke, yeah? I gotta be honest, I try and break stereotypes wherever I can. That's why I'm always on time. I know how to swim. And
So do I was a lifeguard.
Right, there you go. See, look at us breaking stereotypes. The other thing is I got a really tiny dick. So like I'm always breaking stereotypes. But great work. I enjoyed you. Over to Phil.
That was such a big send-off to me. Over to Phil. Yeah, Paris, first gig. I mean, fucking congrats. It's always good to break the seal. Don't know why I said it like that. Yeah, I don't think...
Am I looking the right way, though?
It's whatever you want.
I should be wearing my glasses, but I don't like them.
Hey, oh my God, I'm sorry. They fucking said worse. I think you could just start right away with, because you said, I'm going to start with the jokes. Next time you do it, next set, just start right away from that. You don't need the bag thing unless it builds further on if we get to minute 6 and then something happens with that. But just go right ahead with the jokes. The story's really interesting, so just get right into the material for your second gig. But yeah, congratulations, man. First gig, what an accomplishment.
We're good. Paris K!
One time for the sound guy.
Fuck it, we're cancelling the Gong Show. David wins the whole night. All right, I'm feeling one for the bucket. Are you feeling one for the bucket? Let's see what we got out of the bucket. We have got... So this one is an ace.
Hi guys, my name is Anna East, or some people like to pronounce it anus. Yeah, thanks Mom and Dad for that one. At least I know what men want from me, which is very helpful. If you're wondering what this noise is, I'm American. I'm from a place called Seattle. Yeah, the home of Twilight, Grey's Anatomy, and 50 Shades of Grey. So horny, depressed people. That's where I'm from. And I moved to London about 3 years ago after watching Pride and Prejudice and Bridget Jones' Diary. Yeah, so I thought I was gonna meet the love of my life here. But it turns out that not all British men are written by women, which is a bit of a disappointment. Kind of hurts. I tend to go for guys who have an American fetish. They're usually like white, posh dudes who are like, oh my God, I've never met an American before. Like, you're proper fit. Like, you sound like you're in the movies. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so exciting that you don't want to get to know me. I love that. Like, I'm just hot. It's just my voice. I can just talk. And they want my mouth for other reasons. But the good thing is they don't study history, so they don't realize, like, I'm American, they're British, I will throw their tea in the sea. But no, usually they end up just ghosting me and I fuck them anyway. So I think, though, that ghosting is worse than murder, because at least with murder you get closure. Yeah, I think that's the better way to think about it. If you think I'm being dramatic right now, like, I am a white girl, so I have nothing really to complain about. But I'm also American, so I'm gonna complain about absolutely everything. So dating in London's been difficult. I tend to talk about like zodiac signs when I go on dates. Yeah, any girls relate to that? Yeah. Guys tend to bring up cryptocurrency, so it's like we're both talking about fake shit, which is really exciting. And then the best part is, after that, they tend to ask me what my body count is, and I never know how to respond to that question because I don't know how many of them were consensual. I mean, like, one dude was like, kill me. I'm joking, I've never killed anybody yet. But it's kind of awkward to bring up sexual assault in a comedy show, so I think I'm just gonna move on, which is ironically the same thing most guys tell me when I bring up my sexual assault stories. So moving on, I've been dating a bisexual guy. Yeah, bisexual men. Anyone dated a bisexual guy before? Yeah? They're the best. Sorry to the straight men in the room. They're just arguably better, and I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, they've got a skincare routine. Do you have a skincare routine? Yes? Were you forced upon the skincare routine? Yeah, see, that's the problem. You don't have to force it with a bi guy. He's got his skincare routine down to a T. 2, same celebrity crushes as you, okay? You can be like, oh my God, he's hot. And then he's like, yeah, he's hot. And you don't have to explain why Matty Healy from the 1975 is fuckable. He will also want to fuck him. Imagine that threesome, because that could totally happen. And then the best part is he still wants to fuck you, which is arguably the best thing that can happen in scenarios when you're dating someone, is that they still want to fuck you. I feel like some straight men don't want to fuck you in relationships. They like to just like masturbate and think about you, but they don't actually want to fuck you. They'll fuck, another girl. That's cheating. That's what happens sometimes. Can you tell I was in a situationship before? Yeah. Does everyone know what a situationship is? Yeah, when you're like, no. It's when you're dating someone, but you're not dating someone, and you're exclusive, but you're not really exclusive. Like, he could go fuck other people, and you could totally do the same thing, but you're not gonna do that because, like, in your head, you've definitely created that this is a relationship, even though it's not a relationship, and, like, you definitely have more feelings, but, like, he's, like, stringing you along because you suck dick really well. Yeah, and you just, like, hope it'll become one. I am actually very good at head. I am, thank you. I am. It's a true story. I'm so good at head because I'm petty. My ex was telling me I wasn't good at head, so then I decided to go and watch a lot of porn, practice on a dildo, and I became very good. In fact, I made a guy see God once. Yeah, I did. I made him see God, and he was atheist, so it must have been shocking for him.
So it's Anais, you saying right?
Yes, Anais.
Anais! Fucking great. Found out some things about myself. Found out I'm supposed to have a skincare routine, which I don't fucking have, so that's nice. Also, don't know who the 1975 are, so really not doing this bisexual thing well at all.
Are you single?
Am I single? Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why.
I like how you...
You got any more sound effects you want to do?
Plenty.
She's got tissues for you.
Oh,
she was
yeah.
offering.
I actually have a tissue. I need a tissue.
You're really likable. You were likable until about 5 seconds ago. No, you're really likable. You're really approachable. Like, you're very relatable. I can see a lot of the women in the room just agreeing with you. Really good joke, right? As well. The crypto joke was really good. The British guy written by women thing was fucking great. Me and Phil both looked at each other and said that was great. Roman didn't seem to care, but me and Phil really.
Classic
nice.
Roman.
No, you were really great. Roman, what do you think?
Look.
Are you speaking Spanish now?
Muy caliente.
Wow.
That's right. Didn't think black people were cultured, did you? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Look, honestly, no, really great set. You brought some lovely comedic structure, lovely comedic timing. A few fallacies.
He's just showing off now with his words.
Look, my lexicon runs deep. Okay? I mean, there was a point where you said, like, men don't want to fuck their girlfriends. They just want to, like, masturbate and think about them.
Straight men.
Straight men? Yeah, straight men don't want to fuck their girlfriends. They just want to masturbate and think about them. We're not thinking about our girlfriends when we're masturbating.
Oh.
Like that. I don't know who told you that. Moving on. But no, honestly, really lovely set. Great stuff. It's always a pleasure to see you on stage. Lovely
Thanks,
stuff.
man.
Wonderful.
Phil.
Yeah, wicked. Yeah, you were great. You were great. Super positive and super likable. I mean, that's it. The same thing. The Bridget Jones joke, cryptocurrency joke were great. I think the whole thing about like British guys being into you was really fun. I think the T and the C joke. I think that you can build on that.
Yeah.
Which is great. I think though the whole thing about the straight guys like not having sex with their girlfriends is that actually like is that true?
Are you straight?
Yeah.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Not at the moment.
Yeah, I think just enter a relationship and see.
But
Usually, I'm coming from the perspective of like I had a guy cheat on me, so yeah.
So I think the thing is by making that, fuck it, I'm not gonna. Who cares? I'm not gonna make it.
It's okay.
I think in your situation it's great. I think also I really like that line. It's a true story thing. That was a really like a nice one off. This is a weird thing to say, but it's just.
Okay.
I think at times it's a like. I don't know if this is gonna sound weird, but it's a bit. You're very youthful in your set. You use a lot of like young language and stuff like this, which is good. But at some gigs, if there's an older audience and stuff, you might find it like a bit like jarring. People don't get what you're saying, so just be aware of that, I guess.
Okay.
But the rest of it is, I mean, it's like, yeah, you're great. You got everything you need, and the jokes are really good. So it's a perfect little set.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, Matt. I've just been gifted some moisturiser by Matt there, so that's nice. I'm being heckled with props now. That's what's happening in my life. Right.
I need to blow my nose. Could I actually get a tissue? Is that okay?
Oh, that was impressive. Good stuff. Yeah. Right. Cracking on. Your next act is Hugh Peacock!
Hello. So I've noticed Winston Churchill gets a lot of love over here because of his wartime speeches. But I read recently that he would start drinking whiskey at about 11 in the morning, drink all day, and then give these broadcasts in the evening. And I was just thinking that if I start drinking whiskey with breakfast, my speeches will be pretty much the same. Like, yeah, I'll fucking fight you. You want to fight on the beach, I'll fight you on a fucking beach. I think now we've changed the way we communicate. We need to update some of our expressions. Like, potato, potato doesn't work as well over text. If you text me potato, potato, I just think, yeah, that sounds like a delicious recipe. They say you gain a few pounds when you quit smoking. This is what happens when you quit cocaine. I've actually done enough cocaine I can identify the make of the car by the smell of the key. I went home last week to visit my mum. It was nice. We haven't always been very close. We actually got drunk together. It was the first time we did since just before I was born. I think there's a lot of pressure for men around sex. You know, we've heard a lot about how bad we are at it. I know I'm bad at sex. Like, you know, they say penguins mate for life. Not the ones I've been fucking, but. I think there's an education problem. I think I remember learning about masturbation in school in sex education class. Teacher said a boy will stroke his penis until he ejaculates, which I don't think really captures the violent nature of it. If somebody said to you, "This is my new puppy, would you like to stroke it?" And you started tying a belt around your neck. I've been having some problems dating. This might surprise you. I was accused of gaslighting by my ex. I'll tell you what happened. I snore. Not a big surprise, I know. So she told me I snore, but I told her that she snored as well, which really annoyed her because she knew she didn't. So I took a video of her sleeping and made snoring noises over the top of it. There's a trick to get a dog to stop biting you if it's got lockjaw. Does anybody know that trick? Okay, well, I'll tell you what it is. You stick a finger up its ass, right? Have people heard this? I'm not making it up. Yeah. Somebody shout yeah. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Well, I heard this recently, and I've decided I would rather die. Because if it works, does it immediately diffuse the dog's anger, or do I have to keep fingering it? And possibly worse if it doesn't work. Am I going to be found dead? With a dog bite on my neck. And dog shit on my fingers. They're going to think that's why the dog attacked me.
good. You're a really good fucking joke writer. That was great. Really enjoyed it. Loved the fetal alcohol syndrome joke. Loved the opening gag about Winston Churchill. And like, yeah, I'll fucking fight you. That was great. Genuinely funny fucking penguin joke. Never thought I'd say that sentence out loud. Really, really good. Not a lot of feedback. I love your pacing as well. You're very slow. You're very deliberate. You're very confident in like the silence when it's happening because you know you're getting the punchline in there. Really enjoyed it, Q. That was fucking great, man.
Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you were great stage presence. The pauses are great. Like you just feel really comfortable on stage. No one's worried about being up there. Not that they would be, but just I think you also balance like the really wholesome and the really dark really nicely, which is great because sometimes comedians go for all dark material and then you don't actually seem like a nice person, but you seem like it's just you get these like edgelord comedians and you're just like, are you even a good person? You seem like a genuinely lovely chap.
Thank you.
And I think the dog biting thing is funny. I didn't know which direction we were gonna go, and then I don't know whether people do this, but I think it'd be funny if somehow like when you got found dead, the dog was still stuck to your finger with like its asshole in that. So that could be an alternative version of that joke, where you get found dead with a bite mark and fucking the rigor mortis finger in the dog's asshole. Anyway, the dog would have to bite you in the neck, right?
For the joke, I guess.
Yeah. We're gonna make my version work, no matter what. That's it. No, you were really great. Really fantastic, really great stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Can I just? Yeah, no, definitely do that.
You're right. That was good feedback. That was good feedback that I gave.
Can I just check with the crowd? How many of you have been to a Gong show before? Just by round of applause. Okay, so most of you haven't actually been to a Gong show before. This is like a masterclass of new comedians tonight. Like, Gong shows are usually brutal and people are rubbish, right? But tonight, we have had so much quality, right? Just give it up one more time for all that. I don't really have much feedback to give you, man.
All right, thank you. On to the next person we go.
Q Pico!
Thanks very much.
No! I will not be silenced!
I knew it.
Listen, I just have to say, right, I've seen you kind of developing, and it's been really great to see you at this stage right now. The jokes are just really, really well structured, lovely pacing, like Mark said. The asphyxiation joke, I mean, Jesus Christ, I didn't see where you were going with that, and that was such great misdirection. Like, honestly, please keep writing, keep doing your thing. It's been a pleasure, man.
Q Pico! All right, your next act for the list. Please welcome Mudra!
Oh my God, wristband person number 2. What is up? Hi everyone. Hello. It is not going well. Welcome to your stand-up tragedy. Due to personal reasons, I will be complaining throughout my set. I moved to London about 6 months ago, and no. I feel settled now. And I knew for sure, because someone stole my phone 2 weeks ago. It's like the next best thing to a visa. And I now identify as a Londoner. My pronouns are always inconvenienced. I was worried you weren't going to laugh at that. Yeah, I think my bar for a bad day was set very high back home. Like in Mumbai, there was this one day where I had my ass whooped by aunties in the public train. I argued with my boyfriend for 2 hours, and the sink flooded my entire apartment, and that was still a 6.5 out of 10. Here, if I'm walking on the road, and like a cloud of raspberry-flavored vape smoke hits me in the face, I want to hang myself. It's so first world, yeah? I complain about the most silly things, like Sainsbury's didn't have good grapes, like Cafe Nero ran out of ice and I couldn't get an iced latte, and like the voice inside my head is going, "Are you listening to yourself, India?" It's a land of meal deals making you go soft. It is. It's very shallow. It's very shallow. I do the most shallow things. On Hinge, I like or not like men based on which university they went to. Because I go to a halfway decent one. I go to LSE. So, no. So it's like Wolverhampton, Kingston, God no. South Bank and Westminster, not universities, they're areas. Yeah. Dating in London is really, really tricky. It's very tricky. I once had a date where he asked me how I spoke English so well. And the saddest part is he was an Indian as well. Yeah, I think I've gotten better at like picking up the red flags on online dating apps though. Like some variation of I'll fall for you if you tip me. Give me a cheer if you've heard that. Like I'll fall for you if you trip for me. Like trip me off South Bank. Like go fuck yourself. Zero understanding of what might be construed as a safety risk. Like, let's go stargazing in a secluded spot for our first date. No woman wants to do that. No one wants to do that. The third would be flexing your cooking, I think. Like, cooking is the new owning a dog. Everyone's cooking, and they have these, like, you know, shirtless photos with pans and stuff. It's just not, get over it. It's shit. No. Yeah. I told you it wasn't going well. It's just not going well. Like, life is a highway, and I have road rage. And you would too if you were applying for entry-level jobs that wanted 4 years of experience. Like, the only way I could have that, I'm 21, the only way I could have that if I was working in Bangladesh in a sweatshop for 4 years. In Primark or some nonsense.
2 dongs.
Do the third one. I'm not enjoying it. Do it. Yeah. No, Susie, do it. Who has it?
3 dongs.
What was the time on that one, Dave? I feel like we were close.
3 minutes 44.
3 minutes 44, still up there. So this is, I think, only the second time you've done stand-up.
Yeah.
So that's fucking awesome.
Thank you.
And you know what? I think you would have got to the end if you hadn't forcefully made them gong you. It's an approach, but you're gonna keep going. I don't know whether you want to keep doing it or not because you sort of only say you do it. Basically, she genuinely outside was like, "I'm doing this like 'cause I need to vent about my day," and I feel like that really came across in the act. It was very genuine. Yeah, keep going. Keep being. What I like about you is that you're very much you. The jokes need to be trimmed a lot.
Yeah.
Like take a lot of fat off them and just get to the punchlines quicker. But you know, you do you. You're enjoying it. Keep going.
Thank
Right
you.
in what you're saying.
Can I just find out who that one person was who cheered for LSE? Like, honestly, reveal yourself. Where are you? Can't even make a noise now. Just a hand in the air. Yeah, okay. Yeah, clearly in here we do not like economics. Look, all I would say is, if genuinely, if comedy is if you do want to keep doing it, 100%. Trim the jokes, keep working on ideas. I did think the phone versus visa idea was actually really good. That was a good observation, because it is true. I'd know. But also, move the mic stand.
Yeah.
That's just a real basic one that when you're starting out, we don't do as comics. But as soon as you get on stage, take that mic out, move the stand out the way so everyone can see you, and then you command the stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, seen you before. If this is just your second time, keep going. Come on
Thank
now.
you.
Come on now.
Yeah, come on. I didn't realize it was your second gig. You just have a lot of confidence to you that I think is really, really good because that's a hard thing to artificially manifest. I agree with the mic. Yeah, big words, huh? Yeah. Man, I've got a degree. Not from LSE though. I think move the mic stand also with it. I mean, this is like very, very particular, but the mic is now tied around it, so you got to basically pull it out. But these are like, if you could just do that, if you actually have that moment to yourself when you're on stage and you just move that around, it gives you. Then you look at the audience, you have a real calm, and that's going to help you propel yourself for the rest of the gig. It's a very minor thing, but if you just have that moment to yourself, especially starting out, then you don't have to worry about it. I think the easiest thing for you to do, especially if you're serious about this, get a couple jokes about yourself, where you, like your background, just so that people know. I mean, you mentioned later in the set that you were from India, but just sort of address this kind of stuff right away and try to find something. What? Jesus Christ! Nice little clean jokes, very short, that just address things nice and quick. Yeah, I think second gig. I mean, it's going to be like 100 gigs until you really feel like you are getting anywhere in any direction. But you have the confidence so far, so that's great. So keep going.
We do one from the bucket. Roman, you want to pick one? Oh, Phil.
No, white guy, just go ahead. Jesus Christ.
Who we saying?
Please welcome to the stage, Monica Chatterjee.
Just clear the air, I'm not Mudra. I'm not, like, I get mistaken for a lot of Indian comics and I'm sick of it, yeah. My name is Monica. I moved to the UK from Dubai 2 years ago to better my life. It's going very well. I know half of you can't see me, but I'm still doing this. And as a person of color with IBS, life is shit. Yeah, but I moved to the UK. I love the people of the UK. I love the racists. Yeah, I love them because they discriminate equally. I love that. I was walking on the street once. This one man just randomly said, "Oi!" It was a lad. "Oi, are you baptized in curry?" And I had to be creative back. So they were like, "Yeah, my pussy is red hot on fire, baby. Do you want some curry pussy?" And I just did like a freaky fucking walk. And he freaked out and ran away. So job well done. Also, like when I'm hanging out with some white people like Kate, Catherine, and Katie from Cambridge, at this point I'm immune to the fact listening to that one line, which is, "Oh my God, Monica, I love your skin." Just go like, "Thanks, man. I love the way your forefathers literally skinned ours years ago." You know what I mean? Yeah. I love the words of the... It's dark, I know. Strap in. It's gonna get filthy and dark and disgusting, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I love the words of the UK. I love the niche words you have, like wank and nonce. I love that. My favorite word is the word geezer. Do you know what geezer means? Everyone, do we know what geezer means? Ma'am, do you want to explain what geezer means? What do you think it is? What is it? Don't be shy. Oh, okay, Hansi the bubble on the tongue. That's a nice one. I think a geezer is like a lad, like a bad boy. You know, a bad boy who'll be like mean to you because he likes you. Back where I come from in India, I'm actually from India, just by the way. Back where I come from in India, geezer means a water heater. So when I had an issue with my water heater, the conversation went something like this. "Hi, my geyser won't turn on. I've tried everything with my hands. I even twisted the knob on either sides. I'm so cold, I'm wet, and I'm angry." He just said, "Ma'am, I'm not that kind of guy, but perhaps be gentle with him. He thinks I'm a filthy little bitch, and I am a filthy little bitch. Yeah, I'm single. I'm like a mix of Anais, Mudra, and Hugh at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I go for conventionally posh white men as well. But I go for the kind that love to say, unfortunately, I fancy your mate." What can I say? You know, I love to be colonized. Yeah, like, I love to chase them, and then I love for them to, like, fuck me so that I can tell them, "Go back where you came from." Yeah, I'm a
One
cunt.
dong.
I think I'm like a foster mom for men. It's because they go through me and then find their permanent homes. Yeah.
2 dongs.
Right, so I'm
3
bisexual.
dong.
I am bisexual.
The idea of screaming the phrase "curry pussy" was fantastic. I love that. And the mime you did with it was utterly terrifying. I saw that guy's life flash before his eyes. You're so small and demure, but you're so sort of aggressive with the front row as well. When you were asking that woman about being a geezer, she was like horrified.
I'm sorry.
You're like you got some good stuff. Like you're obviously leaning quite heavily on like the dirty stuff and the filthy stuff. And you said yourself you are filthy. I'd be interested to know more about you as a person. I did not phrase that how I meant to phrase it. But yeah, it's got some really solid joke writing in there. I would tie that. I'd like to know more about you in the early stages of the act, and not just about like the filthier stuff. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I thought you're good. You got a confident stage presence. It's a bit too brutal at times. I think the act, and it leans maybe a bit too hard. I think you can just go into other topics that you find more interesting. It doesn't all have to be about like. I think it's very tempting to be like, I'm a foreigner in the UK. UK people are like this. But I think it's more interesting if just do that at the top to address it, and then move past it and move on to what you want to talk about. I wouldn't ask the audience either, unless you really have to, because it just distracts from the thing. But yeah, otherwise than that, you're confident, you're good. I've seen you before. You're fine. You're great. So it's all good.
Hey, Monica. I think this actually is the first time I might have actually seen you gig. Actually, although I've heard the name. One thing I would say.
You've heard the name Monica.
I've heard a lot of names. Thank you very much, Phil. In my time. No, one thing I would say is play with what. Play.
This guy, he's heard a lot of names. Oh man, one day I wish I could know as many names as you.
You'll never know as many names as me. Play with what you got. You know, at the start, you addressed the fact that most people can't see you, but you got a stool there. All right. So like, play around with stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like you can do, just to be like wave to the back of it. Like it's just endearing, but at the same time, it shows you're in control of the situation and you're using what you have around you. I love curry, and I love pussy.
Take my number later.
No, but together, I never really thought I'd get down like that. But you know, I'm open to new experiences. You know what I'm saying? Field like couple in the front. Yeah. There we go. No, but honestly, one thing that Phil said that is very true: the race stuff and the dirty stuff. Explore it, but don't get stuck in it. And that's something I'm working on too. Sometimes you default to who you are, like in terms of like color, and you identify as. But the world is big, and our brains are very big also. So let's explore everything that's around us. You know what I mean? But honestly, I thought you had a lot of confidence. Really great stuff. I don't know what Phil's doing. Fuck you, Phil. But honestly, great stuff. I enjoyed you.
Thank you.
Right. Monica Chan, yay! I feel like your last bit of feedback there should have been printed over a picture of a sunset. You know, that had that sort of vibe about it. Anyway, we've got one more act to go tonight. We're running out of time. So apologies to anyone else in the bucket. We're going to the last one on the list. Please welcome Taryn Shelley!
Are you doing, you guys? Are you good? Yes! Yes, we made it! We're at the end of the fucking show, yes! Oh, God, yeah. You guys doing good, though? I'm not. No. I got a call the other day from Vision Express. They said to me that I missed my eye appointment. I said I didn't know I had an eye appointment. They said they sent me a letter. I said I didn't see it! Hey, we're starting now! Yes! Yes! The thing is, I don't even look good with glasses. See, look at me. Look at me now, like, ooh, sexy comedian. I put glasses on, look, like, you want tech support? You know, it doesn't go down well with me, fuck. You know, just doesn't work well with me, that. But, anyone here ever been to Wales? Yeah. Well done. No, I was in Wales a couple of weeks ago. You know, they have their signs in English and in Welsh. And I was walking through downtown Cardiff. My curry's ready. And I was walking through that, and I went up to the traffic lights, and it said the word wait, but in English and in Welsh. And I tried to read it in Welsh. I was like, abba-dub-dub. Abba-dub-dub. Abba-doo. And then some woman came up to me and went, are you trying to pronounce that word? I go, yeah. She goes, it's pronounced wait. And I know that one, dickhead! I'm trying to say the one in Welsh. She She goes, I don't speak Welsh. Well, piss off then! You get involved in my life here. But, yeah. But no, a few years ago, I don't want to brag, but a couple of years ago, I was on TV. Yeah, I wasn't doing this. I was on a quiz show on Channel 4 called Quizness, starring Tom Allen. Yeah, none of you care, okay. But you can have a go at this quiz, partly because you look like an improved version of me, but let's have a look and see how this goes. But if a word begins with B, you've got to say jubbly. Begins with B, you've got to say bubbly. So if I say, who was the former Prime Minister of England, you'd say... Bubbly, jubbly, no, that's all right. I didn't get it either, I was on the fucking show. But at the end of the show, I had to say the word shampoo, but I had to take all the consonants out. But at that moment, I forgot what a consonant was. And I thought, I hope I don't make it obvious. However, fine people of Vauxhall, on Channel 4, on national TV, that was the face I pulled. Not knowing what a pissing consonant is. I've got a degree in English. And I'm over it. As you can tell, I'm over it. No, but I used to do this joke last year.
One dong.
Oh, that prick. But no, I used to do this joke last year. Can't really do it anymore now. I used to go like this. Wouldn't it be weird? Wouldn't it be weird if we had an Asian Prime Minister? Now I'm like, shit. That's a lot, Sunak, you prick. But let me get this out there. He's not our Obama. We don't look at this guy and go, oh, role model. But I didn't even think the guy was that Indian. I thought he just looked like an accountant. I didn't think he actually played the part. But then his wife got done for tax evasion. I guess he is pretty fucking Indian after all. But I wasn't happy about an Asian Prime Minister because, not going to lie, people who look like this haven't made very good MPs. Now, I come from a town called Leicester. We used to have an MP that used to roam my land called Keith Vaz. Well, that changed the mood, didn't it? Fucking hell. But I actually met Keith Vaz once. Went, oh, you're Keith Vaz.
Two dongs.
Keith Vaz fan over there. And I went, oh, you're Keith Vaz. I went, oh, you Ian? What? Is that a brown dude called Ian? But then again, you're a brown dude called Keith. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. But this was a guy on a committee against drugs and prostitution and got caught doing both. Then who else was there? There was Sajid Javid, looked like Bollywood's answer to E.T. But it could have been worse. It could have been her. You know, Priti Patel. Ooh. They say that if you say her name 3 times, she appears behind you and deports you. But no, I've got a missus. Yeah, and sometimes, don't patronise me with that. But sometimes we try the old, but my missus is a teacher. We got any teachers in? Yeah, things on lips. But sometimes we try the whole sexy role play. You know, teacher-student sexy
3 dongs.
Oh, shit.
Mark, can I just say very quickly, 4 minutes, 59 seconds. And I'm counting that because it takes me a couple of seconds to press stop, so that definitely counts.
All right, who put the last dong up? Did you have like a phone going and you went, I'm going to do him on 4:59? That's how we're ending the night. Fucking hell. Is it Tarun? Taryn. Like, first of all, I love that you're wearing a Cobra Kai t-shirt because you definitely came up with like this strike first energy straight off the bat. It was all, fuck you all, I'm doing comedy. It's like, that for me was the high point of the performance. I really like the high energy stuff. I think it's a good look for you. How long have you been doing comedy?
It's about 2 years.
2 years. I liked you high energy, man. Once it got down into the other stuff, the jokes, just the punchlines aren't that strong yet. Yeah. You need to go about just do a lot of writing. Your confidence is quite good, though. So the presence is good on stage. But I just think, just go away, write, keep working hard.
Yeah. Energy on point. I mean, you came on stage and I think the front row was very scared. Especially the fact that there's been like 3 brown people in a row. So like diversity is really working right now in the UK. Right?
Also, to point out, they've gonged off 3 brown people in a row.
Shit! I guess Brexit is working too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Just saying, guys.
You know, I gotta stop talking like this because my girlfriend's white. She's gonna see this shit. But listen, yeah, energy's good, man. Like, but you do have to have the material to back it up, and that's gonna come in time. Yeah. It really does take time to craft jokes and jokes that work. You know what I mean? And you know that. But if you get the great jokes with that energy right at the top, oh man, killer. You know what I mean? So just keep plugging away, man. Thank you. Yes, that was good feedback. Yes, it was.
Hey, that's my line. Anyway, everyone said it. The energy's really good. When you walked on and you had all that big energy, I was actually like, oh, this is gonna be fucking annoying. But I did, because sometimes if that sustains, then it can be difficult. But I normally wouldn't like someone going on like that energy. But also, to the credit of to your credit, everyone's really tired. I don't know if you can. Are you? I feel a bit of a dip in the energy. You know. No. Someone said that with the most energy ever. No, we have so much energy, man. It's crazy.
What accent is that, by
the
way?
Spanish or something, I don't know. But the energy was really good. I also found it really funny how you were super high energy and you went, is everyone okay? Yeah, I'm okay. You had this like real, so that was really, really fun to see. I think your the weight joke is really funny. The Welsh thing, that was really good. I think that story about you going on the show is really interesting as well. I don't think you need to bring out the prop though. You should just do your face in it, and you should like express it, because that whole story I think is really like can be really developed on the idea that you'd be stuck there and you'd be thinking, well, what is shampoo without any of the consonants? It's like ow, ow, you know, something like that. I mean, it's silly, but it's fun. Just build on that story. The politics stuff, I think you became a bit low energy at that point. So just build it on. But I mean, yeah, I think you got everything that you need. Just refine it a bit better. Yeah. I think it was really fun. It's really a shame to miss out by the 1 second, but you know, that's life, kids. Sometimes it doesn't always work out for you. But no, great stuff. And thanks. Hey, thanks for coming, man. You've been great.
Sarah Shelley! All right. That is our last act of the show. Could I please welcome back to the stage everyone who beat the gong? Can we have Sharifa Butterfly, Chris Craig, Juju, Hugh Peacock, Finley Gove, First of all, big round of applause to everyone that beat the gong, ladies and gentlemen. That's fucking awesome. It was really hard making a decision tonight because I think, as Phil said earlier on, and maybe it was Roman, I can't remember, like, Roman, sorry, it was really high standard tonight. It's genuinely not usually this high. So, again, big fucking well done to everyone. So we're going to call out a couple of honourable mentions before we do the winner. Two honourable mentions we'd like to mention. Sharifa Butterfly and Anais. We thought you were both really, really great. But your winner tonight, just on the joke right, and we think is Hugh Peacock. Hugh wins a spot at the club at some point in time. He's going to pose for a picture of a giant dildo in a minute. I don't know if he knows that. But again, big round of applause for everything you saw tonight. And to your judges, have you got anything you'd like to plug? Phil, anything you'd like to plug?
Well, thank you so much for coming out. You were a really great audience. Really fantastic acts, like really, really strong. So wonderful to see. I'm going to plug myself, not with the dildo, but hey, a little joke for you there, guys. Come on, it doesn't stop. Kill me now, please. If you follow me online, my name's at Phil Comedy. If you don't want to follow me, if you don't want to follow me online, it's still at Phil Comedy. It doesn't sort of change things. I have a little flyer I'll hand out as well. Everybody, have a good harvest this year. Take care of your crops. Whatever.
Raymond, anything you'd like to plug in a more succinct way?
Listen, it's been a pleasure. I'm Roman Harris. You can find me online at Hardy Ha Ha. Talk to me afterwards. I've got work in progress coming up on Friday. Would love to see you there. But you've been amazing, but not about us. It's about them. Please give it up one more time for the acts on stage.
Thanks for massively undercutting me before I plug my social media. No, guys, you've been a pleasure tonight. If you've enjoyed the night tonight, go leave a positive review on TripAdvisor. If you didn't enjoy the night, keep it to your fucking self. You've been a pleasure all night. Big round of applause to all the acts and big rap to you, big up. Yeah.